A lot of people off guard here as we started seeing the overall market start to try to come back a little bit. The low of around 17,000, 1769, and I think it's interesting. We started to see the bounce off of that level, and it held the prior day's low right at that range also. So we really saw this come right back into this level of this 17,400. We haven't seen the commitment over that, even though we saw this come back. Really, what it did is retrace the prior day's action, and yesterday's action was kind of interesting. We talked about that. It looked like it was trying to rally, but they sold right toward the close here. So it looked as if there was still some fear coming in, and that there may be some follow through. But this is what I always talk about: watch for the commitment. You have to watch for the commitment of the follow through on that, because we had a long extended move. We had 1,000 Dow point move. So it makes sense that you see, hey, we're in oversold condition. We're starting to see, people and programs take over a little bit, start to bounce back. So that can to me, makes a lot of sense. This was our target with 17,000. We also said 16,900. So we know that those two areas have got some pretty significant support, especially prior lows right here, the prior highs here. So we talked about this being an area if we're going to start to see kind of a little bit of a balance, it could occur here, and start to rally back. So we did see that almost a 300-point move. We've got to watch for the commitment and the follow through. If it does, I think we'll come back up into this 18,000 level, and we'll test and get a feel for the target ranges if that starts to happen. But I would watch for a retest, because basically we're still in an uptrend, but we've been seeing I think some damage in the overall market. On the short term, though, we were a little overextended, 1,000 points, so you're seeing the counter move step in. It's just a question: is this the regular trend continuing at this point, or are we just seeing a small counter move and a further downtrend? So that still hasn't totally been clear yet, but I think it makes more sense that it's going to try to rally back a little bit, as people were, a lot of shorts got probably caught off guard as they started to see this as an opportunity, which I also, had some shorts on there too that we're going to be covering. But it just makes sense. We were profitable on a lot of them. Some of them were just kind of flat or slightly at a loss. But to me, it makes sense to kind of do that based upon this overall market, because you could really see this kind of push itself toward the end year, and try to finish up. But overall, I still think that we're engineered in a way that's been a lot of Fed intervention, and I think that eventually that kind of music stops, and it's going to be very, I think, kind of scary when that actually happens. When we look at this from the long term, it's had a very, very nice roll. I still think, yeah, it makes sense as you see this kind of pop up a little bit still, but we've been starting to see some pretty good correction action here. Very, very nice extension. Now we're starting to see that bounce here. I think we're starting to see this get a little more volatile, and it's just maybe not quite there at the top, but I think we're very, very close.